Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy Loza, and we're back playing that Master Duel. Big thank for the 7k subs. No, everyone's saying circle hits. So, alright, screw it. We'll just leave it here. Circle always hits. Damn. It's all the cards that are good, but they didn't see Dark Magician. Circle not adding damn monsters is abysmal, isn't it? A skilled Dark Magician. We're actually versing the better Dark Magician player here. This guy's skilled. Why can the Blue Eyes deck... Oh my god, swords. Why can the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck now, with the new Maiden card, activate True Light, their version of Eternal Soul, for those playing at home? Why can they activate it turn 1 and use it turn 1? We can only set Salvation. They've had True Light since... I want to say 3 years ago they got True Light. Let's have a look at Eternal Soul's release date. Eternal Soul came out in 2016, 8 years ago. And we can set it with Salvation. We can't activate it with any of our cards. Blue Eyes can activate theirs turn 1. Isn't Blue Eyes meant to be about raw power, stats, big monsters with big points? Not so much that their effects are good, but destruction-based effects and, you know, big OTKing potential, big numbers. That is what Blue Eyes is meant to be about, raw power. Dark Magician is meant to be the strategic spells and traps that buff the not as strong Dark Magician, but, you know, he's not as strong, but he's got all these spells and traps and friends to help make him stronger. Why does the Blue Eyes deck get to activate their Eternal Soul turn 1? Why does Blue Eyes White Dragon now, with the new support, have spells that are incredibly powerful? Incredibly powerful spells. Isn't Dark Magician meant to be the spellcaster, the ultimate wizard of attack and defense? Why are our spells shit? Why does Red Eyes have better spells? Why does Blue Eyes have better spells? Red Eyes Insight and Red Eyes Fusion are two of the greatest cards ever, I want to say. Even though Red Eyes decks would probably tell you they don't play those cards anymore. But if you were playing a fusion-based deck and you got those cards as your deck, like, you'd be very fucking happy. Let's just say that. The Blue Eyes has a new fusion spell it's a summoner. It summons a Blue Eyes vanilla. But if you already have the vanilla, it specials any Blue Eyes monster. And then in the graveyard, you banish it to fuse? Hello? What? It's a spell card Magician Souls that banishes itself from the grave to fuse. And then their other new spell discards a card, searches you 2 cards. One of them being a Light Tuner, which can be the new Maiden. Sorry, I'm going to time out again from ranting. The second one they get... the second one they have to get a Blue Eyes monster, I think. I forget. But regardless, why is the Blue Eyes support so freaking cracked? And how do we, the deck that's orientated around magic, literally magic, hello, we're fucking magicians, how do we not have better spells and traps? How do we not have a hand trap? It's baffling. Speaking of spells and traps, I'm getting fucking magic cylindered in 2024, folks. This guy doesn't know Eternal Soul is active, so Dark Magician is not gonna care about that. A fellow Dark Magician player, this guy's playing skilled Dark Magician. But, you know, reading cardboard hard. Oh, I was meant to use Unicorn Effect. I don't think I need to rip this guy's 8-card extra deck. We're in the depths of silver here. A lot of peak gameplay going on. OTKing a new Dark Magician player while ranting about how Dark Magician sucks is truly peak Dark Magician, let's be real. Let's look at this guy's list though. We're giving him some smack, but let's look at his list. He's probably just new to the game. Oh man, isn't that refreshing? Look at this. Oh, he's got the Royal BLS. Look at this Chad. He's playing the... This is like a deck that I had built in like 2000 and freaking... What was it? 2000 high school, so it was like 2015? I had a build similar to this where Dark Magician could go into all its different forms. He's got a bunch of Karibos. He's got Marshmallow, he's got Neospacian. Just one rod, guys. You don't want to brick on all your other 17 normal summons, so one rod. The Knight's Title to summon the Knight. 1 day of peace, because sometimes you just got to chill out with your opponent. Yo, the one jar of green... Does this guy not know Upstart and Chicken Gamer at 3 in Master Duel? He's like, no. Jar Green. Silent Magician level 8. To go with the Silent Magician package. This is the most Yugi deck. It's like super Yugi, but then also randomly Blue Eyes and Hummingbird are in here. There's like the Silent Magicians, the Karibos, and the DM stuff. Then randomly Witchcrafter, Golem, Aurora, Chaos Max, and this card's actually very good. Dodo highlights how good this card is. Gaga Shield. Target a spellcaster twice. Twice per turn and can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. That's kind of funny and cool. He's got magical cylinders, which sets magic cylinder from your deck. 1 super poly with no super poly targets. Damn. The one deck lockdown is spicy though. Yo, he's got the 1 circle ratio though. King, I love this. It's so many 1-ofs. Oh, this guy just knew our hand was that good. He scooped for us. What a king. They get a synchro that is Dragoon, yes. And I realized for anyone who's watched my Blue Eyes video talking about the new cards, I was silly enough to say, oh, I wonder how they make this new synchro because it's level 12. I've realized since making that comment that I'm so dumb because, of course, the Blue Eyes Silver Dragon, or whatever it's called, the other synchro they play, tags out into any light synchro. So I am very foolish because they just tag into it, and then at the end of the turn it kills itself, and then it summons back the Silver Dragon, and it just loops itself like that. It's really nice. Yeah, I'm really dumb. I would like Dark Magician to get spells on the level of the Blue Eyes spells. I understand they require a discard, but one of them does, and that's quite hefty, but we kind of just need spells that are really good. We kind of just do. And there's not much more I can say about that, so... It's just ironic that we're a spellcaster deck without any good spells, guys. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. Konami is very strict on DM support. Thank you for saying it. Whenever I talk about, like, cards being overbalanced and stuff, some people give me the strangest looks and... Like, what do you mean overbalanced? And it's like, what? Like, I mean exactly what I suggested. Like, the card is made as if it came out 20 years ago. Have you read Magician's Salvation? Salvation is like the biggest joke of a card. How does it have that much text and it sets Eternal Soul and that's it? It's truly miserable. Yeah, I know. True Light is so much better than Eternal Soul. They can search any spell, guys. I'm pretty sure it just searches any Blue Eyes card. I think it might be Spell Trap, but it's so much better than Eternal Soul. And now they can activate it. It's rough. It's rough being dedicated to such a shitly supported deck. Yeah, you know the search function of Eternal Soul? Like, we never use it. The Blue Eyes one, you actually use it because it's good. Oh, it's so frustrating. It searches... We search 1,000 knives. Like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, why does it search 1,000 knives or dark magic attack? Why can it not search just any DM spell? The DM spells suck, let's be real. Anything I'm searching on my opponent's turn is not doing shit. It's not a hand trap, and it's not doing shit. We don't even play the cards we can search, exactly. Sometimes you play one dark magic attack in your side. Some people main deck it, I think they're insane. Look, I hope we get a new Eternal Soul and a new Circle. I'm fine for the deck strategy to stay the same, but the cards need to be upgraded. We need a second Circle, we need a second Eternal Soul. Hell, they can just make the new Eternal Soul a different name, but it always identifies as Eternal Soul, or something like that. Like, no one would give a shit, that would be fine. Same with Circle, like, it could be like, Magician's Sphere instead of Circle, no one would give a shit, and it just says, always identifies as you know? That would be fine. Eternal Soul could become whatever, I don't know, whatever the Japanese translation. That'd be fine too. It really wouldn't matter. So Eternal Soul could be like Eternal Companion or Eternal, I don't know, whatever Mahad and DM are. The Dark Servant, Soul Servant, so it could be Eternal Servant, it could be Eternal Soul Servant, like, I don't know, like, we're just mixing DM words now, but it doesn't matter what it's called as long as the card says, like, in a little text box, this card always identifies as such and such and such and such, like, we wouldn't care, right? Circle that looks at top 5 and adds 1 DM monster, 1 DM spell, that might be too broken. Let's just say adds any card that lists DM. Circle looks at top 5, adds any card that lists DM. That would always hit. In my opinion, that would probably always hit. Right? If you can add the monsters, can add the spell traps, that would always hit. And you could optimize your build around circle hitting then. It would feel worth it. Eternal Soul 2 would have to not nuke the field for a start. Or maybe if they want to keep that, it must be like only when Eternal Soul's destroyed. Let's make it just on destruction of Eternal Soul, not like leaving the field, because that's cringe. Let's make it the most basic form, which is destruction, because people banish and then like you don't lose your field, great. So they have to play like MST as opposed to Cosmic Cyclone for you to actually give a shit, right? Be like, oh, Cosmic on Eternal Soul? Like, oh, that's fine. Oh, Eternal Soul 2 in that case. Yeah, Circle would always hit in Pure if... I'm obviously talking about these made-up cards. Circle 2. Thrust and Eye of Timaeus. It's not worth it. Like, if you're thrusting, you can search any card in the game, my guy. Why would you thrust for Eye of Timaeus? I've said this so many times. Why would you thrust for Eye of Timaeus, my guy? You can go thrust for Branded Fusion, you can go thrust for Ref, you can go thrust for literally any good card in the game. Thrusting for Eye of Timaeus is wank. You know, just add a better card. I get it, it's like, oh look, I found a way to search the Eye of Timaeus, the unsearchable card. But it's just like, okay, search Triple Tactics and draw 2. Search Triple Tactics, take your opponent's boss monster. Like, you can just do better things with Thrust. So... And here's Circle looking at 3 cards that aren't DM related, because this is, unfortunately, how we have to play the deck. I wish we had a way to search Eye of Timaeus, man. I really do. I'm hoping maybe future stuff. Make it viable. Honestly, I'd be fine with it. It's anime as heck. Make it happen. Dragon Knight's good, but yeah, you like by the time like you can't get to it. You can't get to it when you have Circle and Eternal Soul, because like you spend all your combo looking for Circle and Eternal Soul. There's too much to go for. Like, don't get me wrong, guys, I love Chaos Angel. Would I much prefer if this was a Dark Magician Synchro? Absolutely. If they just made the same way to summon this, but a Dark Magician Synchro, man. Wouldn't we all like it so much more? No disrespect to Chaos Angel, but like, damn. If you were just a DM card, we'd care a lot more. Imagine it identified as DM as well. Damn, we could be cooking. I always wanted a DM Synchro, because we just didn't have one and we kind of have everything else randomly. But then it's also like, well, Blue Eyes kind of is the Synchro deck. But still, if we were going to get a Synchro, it would have to not need a tuner. Because, like, obviously we don't have tuners. So, Blue Eyes does, and that's cool. But we would have to be non-tuner game. And, like, Chaos Angel's mechanic to... You can just use a light or a dark as the tuner. That's, like, the perfect thing I wanted for the DM Synchro. And now they've kind of used it on Chaos Angel. Not that they can't use it again, but yeah. Yeah, Blue Eyes is the poster child for Konami now, not DM. Kinda weird. I will always stand by Blue Eyes has been meta. Blue Eyes has been the better deck, I want to say, nearly all the time. Even when Dragoon came out, and yes, it's a good card, all the good DM cards get played in other decks, which is a big problem. They're too generic. Magician Souls, Illusion of Chaos, and Dark Dragoon. They're all so good. They're very good DM cards, no doubt about that. But they're just so good that they're generically good, and that's a problem. But, the curse of playing DM. All your good cards are too good, they're generically good, and all your bad cards are everything else, and they're bad. Yeah, Blue Eyes won Worlds and was also picked a lot during that format of TCG. It was very much a meta deck. It was Bricky, and people are like, well, it was still Bricky, and it's like, okay, no one cares. Like, it was a meta deck. Shut up. Like, oh, but it was Bricky, bro. Who gives a f***? It won Worlds. Like, shut up. Every deck can brick, and yes, playing vanillas is inherently more bricky. It just means your cards need to be stronger. I'm gonna say it again. If you're forced to play bricks and vanillas, your cards need to be stronger. Like, you need a way for the cards to not be bricky. Make the vanillas able to be linked with in the hand. Cyberse decks do that. They're like, hey, you can use this card as link material from the hand if you were doing a link summon of the Cyberse. They could easily make a link card that, oh, fellas, we got a DM Mirror. Dark Eevee Magician fan. That is a cool name. Eevee is based. So is Dark Magician. Normal summon Magician's World. I guess we ash this. I don't know what else to ash in the DM Mirror. The mirror match. We ash ref, bro. Ho ho. Oh, I hate when people do this, chat. I hate when people just blind Soul Servant. Nothing triggers me more than Soul Servant with none of the bricks anywhere. Why, like, there's pretty much never a reason to do this. Why is he stacking another rod as well?
Oh, Big Mac, you need to go to the DM Academy, my brother. Like, you should always upstart and then chain the Soul Servant in case you get ashed. Like, I know people shouldn't ash upstart, but the people do. They're like, oh, why did he Soul Servant and now his deck shuffled? Like, what are you doing, bro? Why do people just Soul Servant for no reason? They just go neg1 for no reason. It is so weird to me. Oh, he's got the Ash for the Maxi. But let's see if he's playing Anaconda, because if he is, he can make a play here. Okay, so he's got to draw one. Maybe he's practicing the deck. But I don't know what tells you when you're playing a card game. Like, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, like, advantage is so important. And they just chuck down Soul Servant. They're like, I stack my deck. And then they do another play that shuffles their deck. It's like, what are you fucking doing? Like, think one step ahead. It hurts so bad to watch. You can't tell me that's not painful. Oh, he's playing Artemis. What a king. What a king. Average DMN board, yeah. This is the peak DMN board, folks. I don't know what you expected, but this is it. Got a problem with that? DM Mr. Konami himself. When someone asked your Hyper Librarian. Yeah, exactly. Skill draw. I haven't done anything yet, brother. Oh my god. He doesn't even know we're playing the mirror match yet. That's the funny part. Well, I mean, he does. I just revealed Illusion of Chaos. But still. You can go back in the deck now. Bye-bye. Oh, he's got Droll? Oh, he's using Rod. Nice. King. Man actually recycling Rod. Goated. Goated. He still went neg1 for no reason. Never forget. Always has a 2-card combo to have True Light, Magia, Cosmic, Quasar, and Spirit Ultimate Drag. Wow, great. I saw some people cooking, but I didn't see the exact end board. That's insane.
It's weird because we need cards to make 2-card Dragoon, but like it needs to only work in pure DM. That's a balancing act in itself, right? Good luck to whoever is working at Konami to make me that support. And they better do it, or I'll scream. Alright. Oh, I was meant to swing in the Dark Magician, not the woman. Oh shit. Oh well. I forgot she only summons on the opponent's turn, not on your turn. Oh well. So we know 2 of the potential cards in his hand. How is Shining Spark with DM? It's kind of its own deck. I don't necessarily think it's the best mix with DM. It's sad that it doesn't. It's like, you know, the 2 Yu-Gi archetypes, they probably should mix a little more than they do, but I did drop a DM Gold Sark deck as well. It's Yassine's one, but yeah, I did some edits. You know how it is. I want to make my own Gold Sark build again. I haven't made a Gold Sark build in a while, but I got to cook in the kitchen for a bit to do that. That Bellstar really is what DMG should have been. I really, when we got Apprentice Illusion Magician, when that card first got revealed, I was praying it identified as DMG. I was praying. I understand Dark Magician, we have to play like the vanilla Dark Magician. I get it. He's the OG. I get it. Like, you gotta play vanilla DM. Okay. But can the rest of the deck not be fucking vanillas? Like, please. We need the rest of the deck to not be vanillas then. Man lost to his own floodgates. You know, this isn't bad. This is quite good. 2 DM, 1 DMG. The Magic Rebo is a bit of a meme, but it is what it is. Triple Souls, Triple Rod, Triple Maxi, Triple Ash, 1 Nibiru, Double Illusion of Chaos, 2 Prep, 1 Knowledge, 1 Magical Eyes, 2 Village, Salvation, Circle, Callback. This is a really nice pure list. I'm just gonna say it. This list is great. This guy's a G. Oh, the extra. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Look at that extra deck. This is the kind of shit that Dark Magician purists say. Oh, like they comment on my YouTube videos like, oh, your deck is not pure because you are playing access code in the extra deck. And what else? Like, oh, you're playing Garura or Starving Venom Fusion Drive. It's like, yes, I'm gonna play Super Poly Targets. Yes, I'm gonna play Link Climbing cards. Like, bruh, why are you limiting yourself and putting freaking shackles on yourself? There's a ban list that will shackle you down. You don't need to put any more, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Restrictions on yourself. Play Dragon Knight at 2 most. You do not need 3, and you can get away with 1. Dark Magician's is in the same boat. It's a 1. If you really wanted 2 and you're like, oh, I go into it every game, okay, maybe you could do 2, but that's a fucking lie. We all know that. Just play 1. Yeah, he's playing the stuff for it. I'm Duck, you don't need 2, but like, yeah, so there are games where you actually do want 2. So, you know what? That has come up, I will say. You probably don't waste a spot on it, but it does come up. Artemis, yes, king. Anaconda, king, because it's got the Magical Ice play. Great, he's got that Link Clan package, but not the access code top end, which is really weird. Unicorn randomly here, and BLS, good card here. I feel like Unicorn's a bit random without IP or anything else, or like an access code to go into after that. Very random. I don't think this guy's new. If you look at his main deck is like very strategically pure Dark Magician with decent hand traps and some floodgates. I actually think this is a really, if you just looked at the main deck, this is awesome. If I saw this in the DM Discord, I'd be like, nice list, bro. Except for the extra deck. As soon as I looked at the extra deck, I was like, oh, never mind. Like, there's not even Master of Chaos in it. Wait, he's not, yeah, he's got Illusion of Chaos. He's not playing Master of Chaos. Super random. Like, at least play one of it. It's good. And there's a lot of cleaning up we could do. Like, access code could easily slip in here. There's just a lot of wasted space. Chaos Angel definitely needs to be in here. Magic Karibo could be taken out of the main, but you know what? Everything else in the main, I think, has a pretty valid spot in there. It's a very nice pure list, I will say that. But once again, the shackles of being a pure deck is like strictly a personal thing, and I don't really get it. I get it because I do it sometimes. I do it in Digimon, actually. I used to do it in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've played Yu-Gi-Oh for so long that I think that's stupid now. In Yu-Gi-Oh, you're so free to be creative, and I think that's the most unique thing about Yu-Gi-Oh. You can play whatever the fuck you want. But the fact that people go, oh no, like, this is not a pure Dark Magician deck, or I'm like, hey guys, first place Dark Magician deck, and people are like, this is actually Red Eyes branded, everything else. And it's like, well, yeah, but it's got Dark Magician as their main engine. And the Dark Magician cards suck, so let me see your pure deck list that topped fucking nothing, because you can't beat your friend's Blue Eyes deck at the tabletop kitchen Yu-Gi-Oh events you hold, so I don't know. This is a good list, I will say that. Extra deck needs fixing, good list. Hope he watches a Loza video.